What's up, friends? It's your boy GP with DeOrganized Media, bringing you another episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we bring your favorite GigaBrain astronaut scholars from the Stacks and broader Bitcoin ecosystem together to have a dope conversation and kick out high-frequency vibes. It is an awesome way to start your week, coming live, coming onto the live and spreading the vibes with the DeOrganized crew. Happy Monday. Hopefully everybody's gotten off to a great start. Markets are looking promising. We're not seeing dumping like we have for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So maybe we've actually found a bottom. Really, really good stuff. I can feel the energy shift. Sentiment feels like it's up a little bit, and people are building. I don't really take price action into consideration whenever I see all of the base founders in the ecosystem continually shipping. Big shout out to BoostX and Crypto Dude. Big shout out to Rosar with Blaze and OpPredict, as well as Charisma. Big shout out to Jamie and Dogpool Coin, onboarding a lot of different individuals from the Solana ecosystem. Big shout out to Peace Love Music, kicking out the dope vibes and bringing us the latest alpha. And my good friend Jack Bin Switch. Just had to give a shout out to all the guys. I've got some news for you. Let's share my screen and get into some of the bookmarks that I saw were interesting. So starting off with Stacks, from the main Stacks handle SBTC, source Stacks Q4 2024 brief Masari. So Masari is getting involved. SBTC developments. SBTC is the first decentralized Bitcoin BTC peg that allows smart contracts to write back to the Bitcoin blockchain. Unlike other synthetic BTC variants like WBTC, which is wrapped BTC, SBTC does not rely on federations or centralized custodians. Instead, SBTC uses an open network in which anyone can help maintain the peg. The exact details can be read in the original white paper from Stacks. Big shout out to Jackman Switch. If you are not following Jackman Switch on X, be sure to do that. He is a thread beast. He is constantly putting out great alpha and keeping us ahead of the curve. A good read for you to go check out is his latest thread, Zero Authority DAO Part 1, bringing trust and reputation to a trustless world. Maybe we might get into that and read a little bit of snippets from it later on during the segment. Coming from Rick Sebastian, big shout out to Rick. Zoom out, folks. Stacks is growing. Market conditions aren't great right now, but technical foundations, early SBTC growth, and solid developer growth are strong signs of the STX ecosystem growing. This year, with a confirmed focus on user and asset growth, is a STX year. STX in 2024, 2 to 4 apps with less than $1 million funding, 0 BTC made productive, 40 million STX locked in DeFi, number 21 fastest growing dev eco, not secured by BTC hash power, 10-minute blocks, not recognized as a real Bitcoin layer. But now fast forward to 2025, we are still in Q1. At the end of this month, we will be moving into Q2. Stacks in 2025, 8 apps with less than $1 million funding, 250 million BTC made productive, 140 million STX locked in DeFi, number 7 fastest growing dev eco, secured by BTC hash power, fast blocks and transactions, classified as a Bitcoin layer by bitcoinlayers.org. A big level up this year with the Nakamoto upgrade bringing fast blocks as well as SBTC launching. That SBTC cap was raised from 1,000 BTC to 3,000 BTC, and the cap was filled within less than 24 hours. So that signals that there is a big demand for SBTC and a programmable Bitcoin delivered by Stacks. Later this month or early in April, that cap will be lifted and people will be able to peg in and out of SBTC as they please. Withdrawals will be enabled, and I do anticipate an influx of new users into the Stacks ecosystem pegging into SBTC. Another one from the Stacks handle, SBTC, Stacks deployed in DeFi tripled year over year. BTC deployed on Stacks tripled from Cap 1 to Cap 2. Study Stacks data, numbers don't lie, and that is the truth. Just that metric alone tripled year over year. Stacks DeFi is growing. We have more things to do in the Stacks ecosystem than ever before. And we have based founders in this ecosystem that are passion builders that really, really don't care about the price. They are shipping updates bi-weekly, monthly, daily, you name it, they're doing it. So definitely follow some of the base founders that you will find on the DeOrganized Nightly segment and also on the Let's Code Morning Show. Moving into, all right, let's look at this chart just a little bit. Look at this. It is up. It is to the right and up. So up and to the right, and it's provided by DeFi Llama. Huge. Total value locked BTC. We have 3,059 BTC locked up into Stacks right now. Wow. Another one from Stacks. Over 3,000 BTC now made productive via Stacks. STX Eco goal to become the leading real Bitcoin layer in BTC deployed in the next month. SBTC transactions being secured by Bitcoin's hash power. Satoshi Nakamoto's vision is becoming reality. Let's read this tidbit from 2010. To be a completely separate network and separate blockchain, yet share CPU power with Bitcoin. Satoshi 2010. And Landy had a great take on that, and I do believe Landy is with us tonight, so we will hear from Landy about that. Just in, Binance announces 0% trading fees on Binance Wallet until September. Maybe that's contributing to another article that I have bookmarked. Let's keep going. Just in, Standard Chartered Bank cuts ETH year-end price target by 60%. from 10,000 to 4,000. Is it because we have Bitcoin DeFi now, and it might be it might be because we have Bitcoin DeFi. I mean, who knows? I don't know what's in their brain. I'm not them. I can't read minds, but hey, that's a drastic cut. So coming from Cointelegraph, MicroStrategy bought 130 Bitcoin for 10.7 million at an average price of 82,981 per BTC between March 10th and the 16th. Within a week, they bought a lot of Bitcoin, 130 Bitcoin, in 6 days is wild. Again, from Cointelegraph, Standard Chartered cuts. Oh yeah, we read that one. So, from Cointelegraph, Brazilian lawmakers propose a bill to allow employers to pay salaries in Bitcoin, with at least 50% paid in Brazilian real. Wow, wild. Update: Hashdex files amendment to Nasdaq Crypto Index US ETF, adding Sol, XRP, ADA, Link, AVAX, LTC, and Uni. Why? Okay, they're missing something. They're missing out on stacks. Fade it if you want to, guys. All right. Cointelegraph. Pakistan's prime minister has announced the creation of a special crypto council with the authority to implement digital currency regulations. The goal is to position Pakistan as a competitive player in the global digital economy while prioritizing security, transparency, and innovation. So they are following suit. Okay, so we went from there to there. What's the next one? Okay, oh yeah, so this is what I was talking about. BNB's chain, BNB chain's 24-hour trading volume hits 1.64 billion, surpassing Solana and securing the top spot among all networks. That was today. Crazy. Maybe it's because they have 0% fees right now. FOMC on Wednesday. The Fed will decide whether to cut, hike, or keep rates unchanged. What's your prediction? If you're in the audience, drop your predictions in the chat. Are they gonna hike them? Are they gonna cut them? Or are they gonna leave them unchanged? Let's see. When this guy speaks, the market gets a little volatile. So we will see on Wednesday. Bullish. CryptoQuant reports a steady decline in the number of short sellers on exchanges. I was just talking to Shiflet a little bit about this. There is a giant short position taken out by an individual. So maybe we'll ask Shiflet a little bit about that, and maybe he knows something that we don't. Who knows? And this goes along with that too. Tron founder Justin Sun claims big news is coming. What do you think he's referring to? I don't know. Does he know something that may crash the price a little bit more, make some more people capitulate? We did cover a chart the other day where retail investors are selling off, and it is they're just selling their bags to the bigger players in the game, and it is a repetitive pattern. We're seeing a pattern repeat right now. In a flashback here, Senator Loomis suggests the U.S. should sell its gold to buy Bitcoin. Would not be a bad move there. Hayden Davis, known for launching tokens Libra and Melania, is now suspected of creating Wolf, a token rumored to have ties to Jordan Belfort's Wolf of Wall Street. As expected, before the crash, insiders and snipers managed to profit. When are we going to learn that we don't need to be speculating on these types of assets? Especially, look at this guy's face. Look at him. Am I gonna? Come on, man. Seriously? All right. So this is something I've never once heard of. Maybe Landy will let me know if he's heard of this before. The Rolex indicates market euphoria hasn't arrived yet. In early 2022, as BTC declined and Rolex prices soared to record heights, marking peak market euphoria as investors shifted into low liquidity collectibles. This cycle, the Rolex market index remains stable, suggesting euphoria has yet to begin. So yeah, this is another chart that maybe we can analyze with Landy a little bit. And new, the Trump-linked DeFi project World Liberty Financial has acquired 103,911 AVAX Avalanche. I don't know why it does this little chart thing to where, yeah. Okay, so, and 2.45 million MNT Mantle worth the total of $4 million. Crazy. Another one, over 200 million has been bridged from other chains to Solana in the last 7 days. We saw a lot of activity just kind of like go down the drain with Solana after the pump fund shenanigans. Like I think it was like 94% of on-chain activity or something along those lines was down. And then let's see. Yeah, okay, so if any of the data analytics platforms on Stacks want to build an impermanent loss calculator, I need one. Can you help build it for free? STX Watch, STX, Craxel.io. Either way, all right, deploy my own. So we have another builder over here asking for help. You guys make sure to look out. And another thread from the beloved Jackman Switch on why decentralization and the why for Stacks. But yeah. Oh yeah, Eric. Coming soon for BNS. You know, you can make offers on BNS on the BNS market, which is going to be cool to see. Bitfarms completes acquisition of Stronghold Digital Mining, boosting its U.S. energy portfolio to 623 megawatts and securing a 1.1 gigawatt growth pipeline in Pennsylvania. Wild stuff for mining. And yeah, I think. Oh yeah, the JFK files will be released tomorrow. Trump says so. Maybe we'll see a little bit of that. Cool stuff, man. Very, very cool stuff going on. We have some Chads in the house. Let's go ahead and bring them on. And was my camera off? I don't know why that happened. I hope not. So let's see. We've got the Chads in the house. Crypto Dudes in the house. We've got Jamie from the Dogpool Coin. We've got Landy. We've got our beloved Peace Love Music. All in the house tonight, fellas. How are we doing tonight?
Doing well, man.
Good.
Doing
Happy
well.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Slancha, fellas. Slancha.
Yeah, it's been a eventful day and a good start to the week. Are you guys feeling bullish?
I'm feeling good. Copacetic.
Yeah, I'm as bullish as ever.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the general consensus in the room.
Because, look, I'm not bullish. What's your time frame?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really what it comes down to.
Time frame within the before the conference, because I so desperately need some good price action before the conference.
We'll probably see a downtrend break sooner rather than later, or we're going to see downtrend continuation sooner rather than later. So one of those two things is likely going to happen sooner rather than later, which is something I'm going to be talking about after I jump off here as I record my TA video. But yeah, I mean, the market is traditional markets got their asses beat for like 2 weeks straight, and finally trying to set a low. Looks like that was successful, but it's a low in a downtrend. And we're seeing the same for crypto, right? And then if you look at gold is trucking back to its highs. So it's just kind of, the market sorting out the way the world is changing right now. Nothing to be afraid of. We all want cheaper sats at the end of the day, right?
Yes, I do agree. But when altcoin season?
Yo,
It's going to you.
You do know that altcoin season probably ain't going to happen until Bitcoin dominance drops, and Bitcoin dominance kind of hanging on the highs right now. I think it might be a little capped.
The one tier, like the Native American, and it's just like he's got a start phase, and the one tier just drops. Like, you know what I mean?
Every altcoiner right now.
That's how I'm feeling right now, man.
Every altcoiner right now. Look, If you're Bitcoin adjacent, you can't really be an altcoiner. You're bound to Bitcoin. I know that price action hasn't kept up in that way, but the more distributed the Bitcoin gets out there and the more strong hands that come in, the more important these Bitcoin adjacent chains and L2s become. And there's nothing to be afraid of on red days because we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're classified as a legit Bitcoin layer this year. Apparently, last year we weren't, and now this year we have like Bitcoin programmability with SBTC. So we've got the good things going for us. So I'm happy. I've just been taking my stacks and putting like minting STSDX with it, and then supplying collateral and Zest, and just waiting for better times. So it's nothing to me, man. I'm here just kicking it with the rest of you guys, but it is cool to see all of the building going on. There was a special edition of Find to Earn this morning that was really cool. We kind of had to use some AI tooling to solve the puzzle and find the prize. Big shout out to Crypto Lady winning that prize this morning. Speaking of Find to Earn, Zenitron is in the house. Welcome, Zenitron.
Hey, what's up, Zenny? I didn't even see him pop in there.
Hello, yeah, I'm just for like 10 minutes maybe and going to sleep. Hello, everyone.
I appreciate you.
We're not playing a round of games?
No, just chill with you.
What time is it for you, Zenny?
It's
Too late.
Too late, 2 a.m. Yeah, 2:30.
2:30 is too late for Zenny. Yes, we need those Giga Brain moves. We need you well rested so we can keep kicking ass for the rest of the week. So I appreciate you stopping by, man. We were just talking with Landy a little bit about market sentiment. When alt season. When are we gonna be less sad and all that stuff. I'm just kidding. Sentiment is actually.
You know what? To that point, though, GP. What we have in this ecosystem, and almost everyone here on this, we're all just hanging out, and it's a hangout vibe. But everyone here is building, and building and building, and that's what you do, no matter what the price action is. So it's not about price action. We all prefer when the number goes up because then we feel richer. But we also, if you just keep producing stuff, the rest sorts itself out.
That's a fact, and that's the thing is like we've seen people exit the space in this downturn, right? There's people that aren't building anymore, but the strong hands survive, and the people with real conviction in where we're building are still here chugging along, So that is like very encouraging to me and like inspiring to me, And I'm not just saying that, like I would not be able to continue doing this every day if you guys didn't light this fire in me and give me like passion to talk about what you guys are building. So I'm thankful to be here at this time. I'm taking it as a buying opportunity and getting even better positioned. And hey, whenever the time is right, we'll get there.
And you got to remember that we're in a situation where I'm not going to assault you with charts today. I'm going to do that to peace tomorrow. But a very simple metric is the fear and greed index. And, we have not seen this level of fear in the crypto markets, and specifically for this, in this case, Bitcoin, since the bear market, right? And this is a disproportional amount of fear for Bitcoin in an uptrend on a monthly time frame. So, that kind of tells you that's not going to be representative of whether or not things are going to go up immediately or leg down for another move to test areas of interest. It is simply a measure of sentiment. And this sentiment can be found across the board. So it's not unique to Bitcoin or altcoins. It is also happening in traditional markets. And it is the sign of the times. It's a realignment, right? So where others are fearful is where you can find opportunity. And, we've talked about this before. Scale into your positions for your conviction plays, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I saw before, just Shiflet was popped in for a few minutes earlier, and said that he saw somebody take out a very massive short position. Did you see anything about that, Landy?
Been talking about this for the past couple of days. Yeah, about a $9 million short position, at least that it was last added to. Not a very good trade, to be honest with you, but it was on 40 or 50x leverage, something like that. So it was like a $500 million position at one point, and that's just degeneracy. And the only reason that it caught anybody's eye is because of how close the liquidation is, at just above 85, probably around $86,000 now. I've also heard, because I can't find the position anymore. I've also heard that that person potentially shut that position down and went long Melania, but I'm not sure if that's a joke that we're passing around.
Dude.
Yeah, I dropped the link in private chat.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can pull it up here. I'll pull this up real quick since it's relevant and we're talking about it. Let me click this right quick and bring it up. This is interesting. If he did actually go long Melania, then that means he knows something. There is definitely something going on.
So he's up to 16.8 mil. And what is this? I believe this is the total value of the position. It's leveraged up about 30x, so he's using cross margin on the account. It's about a $521 million position that is currently about $246,000 at a loss. So look, like there's a lot of traders that are. This is larger size. This is not the biggest size of trades that are open right now, but it's obviously one of the most talked about ones because of the leverage and because of the liquidation, right? So that's the big thing on this one. So we saw this when longs were taken. Then there's speculation about they must have had insider knowledge about the spike up on price action, but recall that price action immediately round tripped. No one talks about what happened to that position after it closed in a slight loss. And this one, is in a little bit of a loss right now. What is their entry price is at 83, 83, 90. It's basically at $84,000. And I'm sorry, their liquidation price still at 85,564. This is nonsense. So it's about $3 million on the position down. Margin used about 13 mil for a total position size of 16 mil. So this is not a very large position. It's just large leverage, and it's a very poor entry. If you were actually going to be, this is just degeneracy. If they were actually going to be in this position in a safe way, they would have, possibly taken a short on one of the lower highs, one of the many lower highs. And instead of down here in the doldrums of a possible, not confirmed, but a possible low area. But they could get out of this with some profit. We'll see how the market goes over the next few days. But we are also running into the Powell press conference and rate decision this Wednesday.
Right.
So.
Yeah, on Wednesday. So it's gonna get really volatile, right? So is he like, I don't know, is he betting on like bad numbers?
This is degeneracy, because even if things happen where price ends up to the downside, we often see pretty high volatility surrounding these events to the upside and downside before the real move gets rolling. And this is not a position that I would advise anybody take.
Yeah, dude. I don't see, like, everybody's risk tolerance is different, I guess, but like, damn, dude, like, you're saying that he took it on the lows, and then like, I don't know, man. It's degeneracy. Maybe his wallet name is Gamble. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a gamble. I mean, you guys know well where I positioned short, and it was on the lower high in the range above, and then only added to it after 96K broke down after, it was technically the failure at 100,000. But like, these are if you were actually playing and not gambling like this person is doing, then you wouldn't be trading like this. This is purely a degenerate play. I would imagine this person's got a ton of size, and this is probably a very, very small portion of their portfolio. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it like this.
So yeah, I think that if this says anything, is this that like he either knows something or like Landy says, he's just a degen and doing degen activities. That's okay. What do you think about the Stacks TVL tripling?
I mean, how could you be bearish on that? Like
That's right.
It's if you cannot be bullish on something like that, and in the short amount of time that it occurred, then I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you'll be just left on the sidelines.
So we got Shiflet back in the house, and we've got Roser also back in the house. Fellas, what have we got going on tonight?
Just picked up my 11-year-old from her friend's house, and I'm back chilling with my girls for the night. And no, I'm really bullish for April. And Landy, I'd like to get your take on my speculation. I think April 2nd is going to be a really good day. People are going to be scared at first, but I think it's going to be a race to zero or near zero for tariffs because they're going to be reciprocal. So if people don't want us to match what they're already charging us, then they'll either charge less or they'll charge zero. The CPI for March is currently looking around 1 point some odd percent. So when that gets reported in April, because April is a 1 month look back, a 1% or around 1% CPI print will be really good. And that'll likely influence interest rates come the next Fed meeting in May if we don't get cuts here in a couple days, which, I'm anticipating maybe a surprise cut, but I'm also not going to be too disappointed if they keep the rates the same. But yeah, I'm excited.
If they keep rates the same, what do you expect to see price do? Like what can you break down a little bit of like if it's good numbers, bad numbers, or stays the same, like what happens? Like
if they do a raise or a cut, that would be a surprise to the market, which usually is not good. If they keep them steady, then the market just plays out as normal with lower term time frame volatility, highly likely. Sorry, Shiflet, go ahead.
Ace in the house. What's up, Ace?
Hey guys.
No, I'm good. How do you feel about the tariffs, Landy? Do you feel like do you kind of share my speculation that it might be a race to the bottom?
No, I think that tariffs are going to continue, are going to be implemented. There might be some adjustments in terms of percentages, but the narrative's not going to go away. I think that there is a real concerted effort to bring money in via tariffs and force companies to come back here and build in the United States. I think that it would actually be doing ourselves a disservice not to keep, if they're going to be reciprocal, what you would expect is tariffs to come down on the other side, right? Which doesn't meet the goal of attracting companies coming to the United States, right? But it still would, in my opinion, be. I don't think we're going to see it. I don't think we're going to see it go to zero. I think that it might be. There might be further negotiations. I think that April is loaded with a lot of major events. We also have the crypto summit. So the Bitcoin summit specifically, it's the Bitcoin Policy Institute. In early April. So this is good. There's a few different events. Now I'm not going to claim to be an expert on tariffs, but to me it wouldn't make sense for us. It might make sense for others to have maybe some negotiations on some of those tariffs or bring them down because it would be reciprocal. How that looks for the markets in general. Traditional markets could go either way here. And the danger for traditional markets is that they bounce aggressively to a lower high on a higher term time frame, like the weekly or monthly. That is the actual danger for traditional markets. I'm actually not concerned about Bitcoin right now. It's just traditional markets. And there is a lot of known unknowns. That is one of them that you're speaking to. And I would like for you to be correct in that for the market's sake, But for bringing business back to the United States, I think that we need to have these tariffs, and they need to be reciprocal, and they need to be high enough to bring business back to the United States. Personally, that's just a personal anecdote.
And in addition to that, it'll be once they get the 15% corporate tax rate in, that's going to be good. Maintaining the tax cuts will be good. Howard Lutnick's preview of what to expect after a balanced budget, the no tax on your first 150K, that's going to be awesome. So like I feel like the combination of all these different things is going to be really, really bullish in the long term. And yeah, like I'm with you. Like this doesn't affect Bitcoin because if more dollars are chasing fewer Bitcoin doesn't follow the fiat games where you can just print more of it, or with gold you can go find more, or silver same way. Bitcoin, you're stuck with the scarcity and the inflation rate of that current 4-year cycle before the next halving. So we're going to get a bounce at some point, and I'm ready for it.
Solid. Yes. I too am ready for that bounce, wherever it does come. I wanted to pivot a little bit, since we do have some builders in the room, community builders, app builders, all of that. Rosar has been teasing the shit out of me this week. I'm not gonna lie. Said that he might have something, for tonight. Do you wanted to get into any of that right now, Rosa, or are we going to share that a little bit later, or what are your thoughts on that, man?
I'm working on it right now, but
we can come back.
Yeah, like it's once we get into it, it's kind of going to be a thing. So
gotcha.
I don't want to start if we still have conversation to get into it.
Well, another community builder we have in the room is Jamie. Jamie, wanted to talk to you a little bit about, what you're doing with Dogpool and Dog Tales. We have collaborated on these storyboards where I did the art for the second Dog Tales, which is basically. You know what? I'll let you explain a little bit. You do it pretty well. You do it justice. Did you want to get a little bit into Dog Tales?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and it has been. It's been brilliant working with you. It's we're a fairly fresh project at Dogpool Coin, and so you've been working with us on the first official story, haven't you? And we're just about getting ready to auction the artwork for charity. So the idea behind it is we're a meme community, and we're inspired by Peggy, the dog who plays Dogpool in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and just really her story. She was the runt of a litter. She was the last to be homed. She won the ugliest dog in Britain award in 2023, and but she went on to make Hollywood, and we kind of thought it was. Although it's a pretty simple, but kind of we wanted to build on that and use that as a foundation to share inspirational stories. So what we're doing is we're writing real life stories, or stories about people. The first was about Michaela de Prince, who was a ballerina, went on to become a world-renowned ballerina after she was orphaned in Sierra Leone during the Civil War, and that's quite a remarkable story. So we start with that one, and then the second one that you've been working on is about Paul Stamets and his sort of journey of self-discovery, and it kind of really suits your style of artwork. And the plan is what we're doing now is we're getting ready to auction, aren't we?
Yeah.
And, we'll auction those NFTs, and after Gamma it'll be on Gamma, and after Gamma take their fees, 60% will be going to the Fungi Foundation. And each time we do these stories, each time we do an auction, the collection will grow as storyboard NFTs, and it develop, and we pick a different charity each time to suit the story. but yeah, just getting ready for that. Been busy as you know, and yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you on that as well.
Yeah, man. You as well. So like, I'm an artist. And I have my own collection and group of collections called under the GPSE umbrella, the Giga Pepe Spaceship Club, and Giga Pepe V2 is the flagship collection of the Gigaverse. And the Gigaverse is full of lore, and I made it to kind of tell the story of stacks. I am making a comic that kind of depicts different situations and document the history of stacks. Like, say for example, the Stacks Invaders Mint. I want to like tell that story in my own way. So I love the psychedelic Jackman Switches has coined the style crypto pop art. So I took that style and made these storyboards. And it's been awesome. You're an artist in your own right, just in a different medium. You are a writer, so it made sense. There's like some perfect harmony going on with these storyboards. So I'm really glad that you came on tonight, man. I look forward to having you on more often, so we can just kind of kick it and let the community get to know you a little bit better. That's what this show is about, right? Making these connections and connecting these founders in the Stacks ecosystem and talking about what we have going on, man. Yeah, really, really excited to kick that off. We ran into some technical difficulties getting things started. Of course, we were building the plane in the air, like Peace Love likes to say. But yeah, we're just about ready to kick off these auctions for these first 5 storyboards, and there are going to be some incentives for people to mint. So stay tuned. Definitely follow Dogpool Coin on X and turn on notifications so you stay in the know for these storyboards, man. Also speaking of building and founders, Trip has built out an amazing game platform and DeOrganized gaming, and I kind of wanted to get a little bit into that too after this. Maybe Jamie, you can throw some bombs on this tic-tac-toe that we're about to play here in a few minutes.
You better join the game, son.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not sure I'm in with the in crowd because I just tried to access it and connect my wallet and I can't access it, so I'm not sure if I've been.
So
I need to be whitelisted or.
So after you connect your wallet, refresh, and then click home, because this is like, I have to be very, very clear. This is what alpha. Yeah, closed alpha right now. So this is, you guys are getting the first look right now on DeOrganized Nightly. This is on-chain gaming, guys.
I just connected and did what you said, and it's still just saying closed alpha for me.
It is.
I'm not cool enough yet.
You're not cool enough either, dude. Dang, man.
Trip's watching TV with his wife.
Here, let me just go check my DMs real quick and make sure that. Let me go to Trip's message. You know what? I want Rafa on this show because Rafa's been teasing me lately. All of these founders are teasing me in my DMs. I just want you to come on the show so we could do this. But yeah, let me find Trip and make sure that he whitelisted the wallets correctly really quick, or else me and Peace are gonna play a game real quick and show you guys how to play this. I want you guys to throw a haymaker in there so we don't get a cat's game, right? Since I'm over finishing up dinner, send me the person's name plus wallet address so I know who is who. So the last one that I sent, this is Jamie. We might have to revisit this.
It looks like I can actually change my profile now. I wasn't able to do that earlier, so maybe that's what I need to do first. No?
Maybe it might be that. And then the first one was Crypto Dude. This one is Crypto Dude. So if he's eating and he's away from the computer at the moment, we might just have to play a game of tic-tac-toe, just being. Yeah, let's do that while you guys try to refresh, connect with your testnet address, and then after you have refreshed, clicked home, and then you should be able to see me and Peace in a game. Here, I'll go ahead and join. let me join this here lobby here. So I'll click play now, and then Peace is already in the lobby. So I'm clicking join, and then now I am clicking the confirm button, and boom, I'm joined. And now I'm going to enter the match, and we are in a match right now. Oh no, let me go back.
Hold on, I gotta jump. I jumped out so I could just walk through the.
Hey, I
The
think I got
connect
the home to
process.
work. Yeah, I had to set up my profile first before it let me see the home page.
Oh, okay, so that might be something that he added. Jamie, can you click profile and then kind of just like go through, hey, just put a couple details in there. Put your name,
It's pretty cool.
with an @ and then yeah, it's cool that you can just set up all of your profile over here, and there's going to be more functionality to that that we are
I
not
like it.
closed now. So, but yeah, this is a first look at it. So let me go into play now. It looks like me and Peace are actually in the.
I'm entering that
there?
match too.
So I'm entering this match, and then GPSC is pending still. I don't know why it's still pending. Let's see.
It's like, what's the URL of that one? Wait, that started 3 hours ago. Hold on, I'm in the wrong.
Oh, it might be because that game is not finished yet. Peace, we might not be able to play until you and Trip finish that game. No, that's it.
No, he won. He won.
Yeah.
But your join transaction is pending, GP, on my end.
Oh, that's what it is. It's pending.
I wonder if they got hung up in a.
Nice UX UI like Matrix.
Let's see. Player buy-in failed. Okay, so this might not.
You're out of stacks?
No, I have stacks. So, of course, this is closed alpha. So he might have to fix something to where. Let's see. Let me see if I can click on this. Disconnect.
I tried just like refreshing and start, maybe even disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, I just disconnected and I'm reconnecting now. Okay, boom, and then I'm gonna go to game, like home. Then I'm gonna go and refresh. Then I'll go back to home again. It said that my transaction failed, so maybe.
Well, welcome to the world of alpha testing, everyone.
Right? I was just about to say, and now you're experiencing what it's like to debug and build live.
Yeah,
right. We don't have the depth, but we don't have the depth.
Yeah, that's all right.
He said he was going to tune in too.
Yeah, he said he would tune in. So after I disconnected my wallet, boom, and then I'll reconnect one more time, and then I'll click home. And then I'm gonna refresh, boom, and then I'm gonna click home. I'm in closed alpha. I got kicked out of the cool guys club.
Probably got to set up your profile like we did.
Yeah, so I'm clicking profile and nothing's happening. So I was whitelisted. I played tic-tac-toe earlier, guys. I promise.
No longer cool.
No longer cool, guys. No longer cool. Oh, you know what it is? I'm trying to sign in from my regular wallet. That's what it is.
Oh, you're not on testnet?
Yes, like I set up.
Doesn't it recognize though?
No, I specially put. I made a new testnet wallet specifically for this. So yeah, so maybe that's why it failed. Is because I didn't actually sign in the right wallet.
Yeah, it looks like you need to log in on the one that ends in ZQA.
Yeah, and I'm not busting out my seat right now to do that. They might have to wait for a second while we're waiting on. We'll revisit that. Maybe while Rosar is like going through his stuff, but there are some things that I wanted to show off, especially this thread from Jack. I kind of wanted to get into this. So I'm gonna share my screen and pull up this thread that Jack made earlier, because it is a banger. It is a banger. About zero authority. So I'm gonna pull that up. and then get into that. Boom, boom, boom. Rosar, you just let me know whenever you're ready to kind of show off your stuff, bud. But yeah, let's get into this right here from the Legend Jackman Switch. So Zero Authority DAO Part 1, bringing trust and reputation to a trustless world. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? In a world of 8 billion people, perhaps a handful of them could answer this question. A better question would be, why do you know the name Satoshi Nakamoto? The answer to this question is quite easy, his proof of work. The immutable code and decentralized network that Satoshi created is infinitely more valuable than the government name behind the pseudonym. This is the truth that XYZ, like this is Zero's handle and HODL's handle channeled when they created Zero Authority DAO, a vision for a verifiable web. Blockchains don't lie. Instead, they inscribe the truth into a tamper-proof ledger for the world to see. Just as Satoshi Nakamoto proved that value and authenticity could thrive without central arbiters, Zero Authority leverages the same immutable foundation to empower Web3 creators. Through its cerulean marketplace, Zero Authority DAO has constructed a living system in which every task completed, every collaboration forged, and every skill demonstrated is etched on chain. This isn't about record keeping. This is about empowering users, creators, by creating a permanent testament to the creator's worth. It's about dismantling the barriers created by mistrust and in a pseudo-anonymous world.
Pseudonymous.
Thank you for that, because I was struggling so terribly. By anchoring reputation to immutable code, Zero Authority DAO not only prevents creators from continually having to prove themselves, but it also empowers builders to make the best investments in the people who can help bring their vision to fruition. In essence, Zero Authority creates a verifiable web out of the Bitcoin ethos. Verify, do not trust, and let the blockchain act as an arbiter of truth in a space where hype often ellipses real value. Why Web2 solutions fall short in this decentralized Web3 world? If you have spent any time in this space, you have witnessed Web2 builders flounder in their attempts to succeed in Web3 ventures. This is because they are trying to use what they know, because this is what has worked in the past. This would be logical as my This would be as logical as my creating this article with clay tablets and a stylus, and wondering why it's so hard to get anyone on the internet to read it, but I digress. Web2 solutions built on centralized social media platforms and such falter in this space because they rely on things that simply do not matter in this space, which is so true. Hierarchy, opaque data practices, and personal identity verification are antithetical to the values that one finds in Web3. Here we value privacy, competence, freedom, and equal access to opportunity. Platforms such as LinkedIn and Upwork gatekeep opportunity while farming users' data for profit, and leave their users vulnerable to censorship and surveillance. Clearly, this is the antithetical to the Bitcoin ethos that we embrace, and that Zero Authority champions. Simply put, Web2 centralized infrastructure simply cannot scale in a world of trustless systems. It lacks the immutability to prevent data manipulation and provides its users with no control over their digital assets. The vision of Web3 is one of the borderless, autonomous future where the users, not corporations, are in control of the digital landscape, and this is simply incompatible with the Web2 dinosaurs. And this is a read that you guys need to get into. He makes a lot of awesome, very, very valid points in this doc. If you are not following Jackman Switch, please do. He knows the why and keeps us ahead of the curve constantly. just wanted to go around the room. Like, have you guys completed any of the Zero Authority bounties? On like, have you participated in any bounties?
Yeah, I've listed some.
I've had a couple of. I had the most, at least at one point early on when they first did it. I had the most submissions for all of the bounties for like the first at least 2 or 3 months that they had them launched. So,
do you remember when Zero like did a campaign and then got all of the like different founders to put on the bounties, and like how much activity, how much like people were earning, dude? There were like some serious bounties going on and serious STX being earned.
there were a lot of like, well, there was actually there's one that ends I think today. There were 2 up there. There was one, I think, one by Xverse and one by Bitflow, maybe. There were like 50 stacks each. So I mean, there was a lot going on there.
Yeah, this is the thing I saw in private chat a little bit ago, was that like even with Biddle Battle, I feel like that Zero Authority could be something that would be beneficial to use in the Biddle Battle. Like kind of using like a retroactive way to prove and like kind of give the people that have been building here from the start a leg up. You know what I mean? On people that are just farming the Biddle Battle for the money, just to build something simple and then leave for the prize money, right? We want to reward the people within this ecosystem that are going to be here building for the long run. So I really hope that the guys from the foundation are like listening to some of the feedback, and I hope that people are speaking their minds, because it's important. We could utilize Zero Authority for so many different things, and the main thing about Zero Authority is like that you can build your reputation through how you act on chain, participating in these bounties, earning reputation badges, all of that. Very, very pivotal to like the Web3 process. You don't have to have a face, you don't have to have a popular name, none of that. Like, your actions prove your worth on Zero Authority. So a big shout out to the Zero Authority guys. Sorry that I was not prepared and signed into my testnet wallet for the tic-tac-toe. Yeah, but you guys can play. You guys are whitelisted. I think that if like so
I don't think we can get out of this game.
I tried to start it. I tried to start a game. I couldn't figure out a way to do it.
Trips in the match.
Yeah, so I think that maybe Trip might be able to apply.
Right, hold on. If you guys can get in the lobby, we're gonna play. I'm going first. You guys might have bombs. Oh, maybe bombs aren't working because I see it says 0 or 1.
Yeah, so if Trip's in the house, fixing it live, like while we're getting this fixed, I'm gonna try to sign into my phrase for a minute so I can get into my testnet wallet. I'm gonna turn off my screen for a second. So if you guys could pull up the tic-tac-toe that I let me hide my book too. So I got a dumb friend doing stuff. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Now I can just shoot the breeze with you without the camera for a second while I get this set. Who's playing first? Who's gonna be against 2 once he gets this fixed? Like, Peace, are you playing?
I'm playing with Trip right now. Hold on. I can't believe I'm not sharing my screen. I thought I was.
I can't even create a profile, guys. So.
Oh, really?
No, I've got a pen and a piece of paper here. That's about as much use I am for a game of tic-tac-toe right now.
I like it. Jamie's over there playing tic-tac-toe by himself on a piece of paper.
I'm watching your guys' game. I don't know how to. I thought I could do a bomb maybe or something. Is that what I'm seeing?
You don't see an option for bombs?
Oh, I see it. Okay, I get it.
Throw a bomb in there and throw so it doesn't.
Boom! Threw a bomb in there.
Yes, let's go. All right.
Oh,
oh, that's.
Sorry, go on.
That's fun, dude.
At least it was my turn. Thank God it was my turn.
That changed the game up.
How did he end the game?
The bomb must have triggered something in the game.
So can you explain the bomb? What's the bomb?
So the bomb.
Yeah, go ahead, G.
So the bomb will take out whatever the spectator decides. So you can be like, if you're rooting for somebody else to win, you could take out somebody else's X or O and change the complete outcome of the game if you're spectating and not playing in the match. So it really does change the game dynamic a lot. I like this feature. I think it's pretty cool, and it'll make matches
All right,
more
me
interesting.
and Rico, dude. You guys can do a bomb.
Let's go, dude. This is cool. Big shout out to Trip and Monkey for building this DeOrganized games platform. I think it's a lot of fun to just get with your friends and then play some of these games. And then could you imagine playing these games, like say for Rosar's Op Predict in real time? You are betting on who is going to win, using Op Predict and Blaze, right? Like in real time, that'd be wild. Yes. Let me see. I'll get into this. Wallet right here.
I don't know what hung up on the.
Man, I can't figure out how to start the match. Like we both joined the match, but it's like not like reloading.
Yeah, we're it's still just pending.
Okay, gotcha.
So I don't know why.
Hold on. Let me check my transaction. Oh, it says my TX buy-in failed.
Oh, you had the same issue with GP.
Well, I tried to sign it like a nitwit with my actual wallet whenever I made a specific wallet to test this with. So that's my issue.
Well, I'm most definitely on testnet. So
yeah, me too.
It's kind of weird though. It's like not finding the TX on testnet.
All right, there we go.
Oh wait, I need to switch network on testnet Explorer. Yeah, transaction would exceed, but it's rolled back by supplied pose condition. So he's got looks like some sort of issue with this pose condition.
There we go. That'll do it.
One of the really cool features here is you're gonna have, like, when you win. See, all of mine are see this unclaimed. So you pay one STX. When you push, you get half of your money back. And then if you win, you actually get your money back. And the other person's STX goes to whoever the designated recipient for the game lobby is. So in this case, it's DeOrganized in general for. I don't even know what address it's going to, if it is. But,
All right, so I'm in there. Boom. I'm spectating now.
Is there a game? Is it loaded?
So let's see.
Trips match is still up.
It keeps loading the previous match.
So it's saying Crypto Dude is pending and Peace Love Music is pending right now.
Yeah, I don't think the app is recognizing failed TXs or TXs on player buy-in, because like I did player buy-in function call when I invoked a couple minutes ago, right? And that failed, and then like it's now got the app in like some sort of hung state, I think.
Well, shit! You guys got to see it here first, testing in real time. We've got our the dev. Yeah, Trip says this. He says, the bomb blew up the lobby. Well, at least we're getting.
Glad I could be of service.
Getting to figure this out. So this is closed alpha right now, guys. Stay tuned because this will be live soon, and we'll be able to support different types.
The cool part of this isn't tic-tac-toe. The cool part of this is you can do games on chain, the results on chain. There's money, there's distribution, there's splits to different users. it's part of a broader ecosystem with the profiles are going to be interactive between media and games and other verticals that are downline. So it's really some very, very cool stuff that Chip's putting together here.
Yeah, I like that it kind of supports the different creators within the ecosystem. Like you like the portion that goes to say like the ones on the mic, the ones talking in spaces and on podcasts, or you could choose to support like artists in the ecosystem. And it's really cool that not only is this going to like help grow the user base in the ecosystem, but it's also supporting content creators within this creator economy that is developing here in Stacks. Like it is by far like one of my favorite innovations. You know, could you imagine like playing chess or like cards, like all of these things, and supporting your favorite creators in the ecosystem? You know, it is something cool. It's innovative, and I mean, I look forward to playing with it. You know,
This one's for a little bit more, and this one's actually supporting me and GPSC. So it's 2.5 stacks.
oh, facts, dude. So now, so that half of that goes to supporting DeOrganized Media, where you know we could do more. You know, we could get more.
I'm sorry, the buy-in is 10 STX.
Ooh, ooh, that's juicy.
buy-in.
That's juicy. I like that.
Should I
So
try it again or let GP? Who's going again?
Go
going
ahead,
against
try
you?
it again. Mine's in, by the way. It's not pending.
yeah, so I can join. I can join.
I already sent my transaction. We're racing.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I'll throw a bomb. I'll throw a bomb if it doesn't blow up the lobby again.
Now draw a bomb and see what happens.
Nice. It's
All right, so it's
looks like it
full.
works.
So we can start the match.
All right, so you hit start match, right?
Well, only one of us has to, and I already sent mine, so I don't know if
And
yours
then
went
just hit enter match, I guess.
And I'm gonna show my what it looks like from my end this time as a spectator.
Uh-oh. I did send it.
So just scrolling through here, you know, you've got the welcome screen. I like the dark mode. I think the dark mode looks really clean with the green and black and the different gradients.
So Hero asked, who's that in white? And that Hero, that's Jamie.
Yeah,
aka Bamber Fish Cake.
yeah. We got Jamie on tonight, man. You know, we have a special guest tonight, man. I'm so happy Jamie came through.
So
I'm so pleased to be here. Hi, Hero.
the game's not loading.
Okay.
I'm sorry, GP. I didn't realize you were sharing.
Oh, that's okay. No worries, dude. If you wanted to show on your end what you were kind of running into, it might help Trip.
Well, yeah, I
It's
just
coming up next.
I think the same
Lobby
thing.
is full and waiting to start.
Yeah, so it's
Something.
there's no pending. The transactions went through, but the start transaction seems to have gotten stuck.
I love testing in real time. This is cool. You know, we got to
Group
see.
testing in real time, bro.
Yes, dude. This is where it's at. Like, if you have an app that you are developing and you want us to test it live, so we can kind of go through it and give feedback live, I think that this is serving a good purpose for different people building within the ecosystem. You know, we could do this. You know, make a segment out of it on the nightly show for different developers in the ecosystem, right? You know, so very cool concept. Just Friday, we got to see Rosar build a whole front end, back end, all that live. So yeah.
So is the idea that any developer can come and build any game and then assign whatever fee they want and distribution they want for that particular game? Is that the idea?
Generally, yes. That's the general idea. That's the basic concept. Is that it's just a platform for users to come create a game. If you have a game, or you'll also maybe there'll be like preset lobbies that you can just come in if you want to do a tic-tac-toe game or a game of chess or something like that. And then how the funds distribution is actually going to work in the real world, and how the fee schedule for gaming might be in different areas and how we have to handle that. Actually, Jamie, you might be a good guy to ask as far as what we can and can't get away with. As far as
it depends on the people that you're reaching, really, and it's a bit of a grey area, and the legislation differs for different parts of the world, and also you need to consider the way everything's changing so quickly now with the new legislation that's coming in around crypto in the States, and what's going to be regulated and what's seen as decentralized, and the rules are going to differ on that as well. So so I mean the way it works for a standard online casino now, if you're licensed or regulated, you'll have the jurisdictions that you're licensed or regulated for, and you'll abide by those rules for advertising and around anti-money laundering regulations, and how you can operate under that particular license. But deregulated blockchain games and decentralized games, that's a whole different ballgame, and it's going to be interesting to see how that develops over the coming years, really. And the reason I asked about, I like the idea that developers can come and do their own games. I saw a similar project, I forget its name now, a couple of days ago, but that's using AI, where you can go and you can prompt to create a basic game, and then again anyone can come and play your game. I'm not sure. I didn't look too deep into it, but I'm not sure if I imagine there's a tokenized aspect to that as well, or some kind of
Well, here's the thing. People normally pay to play games anyway. Like, people are used to paying to play games.
People love it.
Yeah, you charge a small fee and they can have an opportunity to win something. It's more gaming than gambling, because there is some skill and less chance involved, So I don't know how it works with geographic location and regulatory and that kind of thing. So,
yeah, that's it. And I think
ignorance is bliss.
Well, but it's not going to get you out of jail.
Hero says, great to see Jamie, who applied in cohort 2, still here. And just a little tidbit, Jamie, I also applied for cohort 2, so we're in that same boat, brother. We're still chipping away and making it shake, and we'll get there. We'll formulate our ideas and keep chipping away. That's all we can do, man. And
cohort 2. Crypto, dude, Derupt was in cohort 2, right? I think that's how I started playing around with Derupt. I don't remember for sure. And Rosar was in both cohort 1 and cohort 2.
No, I live out here in left field by myself. I haven't been in any of the cohorts. I literally just built on an island over here.
I met you. I don't remember how I met you, but it was around the time we were doing that stuff then.
Do you have a soccer ball with like a face drawn on it, Crypto Dude?
No, I'm not a castaway. I am most definitely a black sheep. You know what I'm saying? Like there's most definitely the black sheep vibe. I'm not gonna lie on that. Like, for some reason, probably because I'm a very consistent in my political beliefs. Volunteerism.
All right, so Trip says
the game is open.
The game is open. All right. So is that who's gonna play? Crypto Dude?
Yeah, Hero is probably who connected us exactly.
I can't play.
All right, so I'm entering the match. It looks like
I can't join.
It looks like it's me and Crypto Dude playing this match, and I will share my screen real quick. Okay, warning, transaction submitted, but there was an error creating the match. Okay, so I'll try again. I'll try again real quick. Maybe showing that on the screen real quick for Trip would be helpful, unless he's seeing exactly what I'm seeing on his end. I go, all right, so I will disconnect my wallet. I will reconnect it. Boom, connect. Da, confirm. Okay, so I'll press I'll refresh. I'll go to home, and then I will go to tic tac toe, play now, and then I will go to enter match, and then it's looking like it's not giving me an option to sign to say I'm in the match right now. So like you remember how it goes like play now, and then you can click join. Oh, I can't
I thought
click
join
join.
had something to do with it.
Only one player in the match. So whenever I scroll over join, it gives me this right here, Trip. So I can still enter the match to watch, but I can't start the match because I have not joined it yet. So there's that tidbit of info for you. If you could, if that helps you out at all. Something going on with the join function right now. And we'll come back to that in just a moment after. Oh, boom. He did it live. There you go. So he fixed that live for us. And now I'm able to confirm and join. And now I can enter the match. And then now I can start the match, which also takes a sign right here. Boom, sign very quickly. And then there you go. This will initiate the match. This will pull up. Do I need to go back to home and then go to enter match, or will this pull up the match? So that's something too. Is like once you press start match, it should take you straight to the game. But what I think I have to do is go home.
Yeah, I just tried that. It's bringing me back to the lobby's full and waiting. Basically, what me and Peace experienced.
Enter match right here. Boom. So it is.
Yeah, I'm on that same page.
Now taking us to a part where the button where it says start match is missing. That was right here before. So I'll leave it here for just a moment. Yes. Yeah, this has been fun. I like getting to like kind of experiment with this live with you guys. Rosar, what about what you've been working on? Were you gonna show something tonight?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, just kind of waiting on us to stop bug testing and helping Trip. So yeah, we'll get into that. Jamie, sorry that you weren't able to like get your whole thing set up. We'll walk you through it, and you can help us test on this too. I'm sure Trip wouldn't mind having just this group of people that are already whitelisted, and we'll get you set up to where you can be in the cool kids club, so to speak.
Yeah, no worries. Do I get a badge?
I'll make you a badge if there isn't one yet. The cool thing,
perhaps a zero auth badge.
Yeah, zero off badge, dude. Saying that, like, dude, I was there for closed alpha. Were you there for closed alpha? I'm a cool kid. But the cool thing about these matches is that if you win, you both get an NFT of like saying who won and how the match went down. And okay, so Trip is saying we got some issues. Maybe try again tomorrow. No worries, Trip. We do appreciate you very much for working diligently on this and letting us test this live. Seriously, thank you for that. This DeOrganized Games is in closed alpha right now, and we're cleaning up the bells and whistles and doing it live on DeOrganized Nightly. Thank you for all the hard work that you're doing, Trip. I appreciate you, brother. If you are not following Trip and Monkey, that is TRIPN Monkey on X, you need to give him a follow. Dude is a base chat in the Stacks ecosystem and really, really does help a lot of people grow and supports the whole ecosystem. So give that guy a follow. Seriously, good guy to follow. Rosar, maybe we could get a little bit into what you had planned for tonight now, and
Yeah, I will
what-
give a verbal intro. Then I'm gonna grab a snack, and then I can start streaming a little bit. But yeah, so Jake, you may know him as Jake Blockchain.
Jake Blockchain, okay,
He
from
took a while back to make some tools for the Bob Squad, and I've been slowly working on that over time. Like initially, it started as basically like a simple tool to like create like pseudo quest. Like in my mind, they're kind of like structured like quests, but I think it's that maybe that's just easier for me to like categorize them.
Yeah.
But it's a way to like create like challenges and then validate them on chain or off chain, I guess, and then send like notifications, real-time notifications to different channels, and like issue rewards out, and people can go and like sign up and then to these notifications and then be part of the blasts, notification blasts when these challenges happen in real time. So I've been cooking on that, but the more I think about it, the more I want to do more like
your
creating
dev brain starts going off, and you're like, I
Yeah.
have to create this, and this too.
Yeah, because these sort of things, these like logical combinations, these like validation logic, it can get very hairy very fast. And so I immediately started thinking like, well, this does seem kind of like a good use case for having like an LLM infer these connections in a way where you just kind of like give it tools to look at chain state and then be like, I want to find the first few people that did this. You know what I mean? So I've been playing around with a way to structure it and architect it so that like someone can go in, like play with this like quest builder basically, and then be done and like have some sort of like config or something that they can then run on like a cron or something. So
Could you give me an example of a quest?
Yeah, like first 5 people to buy Bob token, starting on an hour from the next hour on the mark.
Gotcha.
At least $5 or more.
But yeah.
And it's time based.
They could be different. That's the thing. Like we could make categories like templates and then like have people fill out like a form, but like I don't think that ever scales really well, because you're going to have to basically build these little templates for every single thing. The ideal thing is you just this is why I've been kind of like digging into it more, is like I think the ideal way to structure an application like this is just get tools to inspect the chain state and then have like an LLM, like a chat interface where you just tell it what you want, tell it the qualifications in human language, and then it like runs a few queries and like tells you like who is
instead of having to build out all of these different like plug and play, like you could do it this way, that way, this way. You
Yeah.
have language model, which is AI, that you say, hey, I want a quest for this, and then it builds out the functionality for you.
Yeah, instead of building a combinational logic UI and form and builder, let the AI do the combinational logic in its own process of tool calling.
Dude, you are an AI guru. Like the way that you kind of implement it in different, like several different ways, like through, like, of course you have your GigaBrain setup where you have an AI running here and there and over there and up here and down there, but also the way that you think of using them too, so
Well,
like
I've built this sort of stuff before and it sucks. Like it's like really hard to build these sort of like combination logic systems. Like they're never finished. There's always going to be bugs. So I'm always trying to do things a little better I've done in the past, because I don't want to deal with that, that spaghetti situation again.
I want to play like a Pokemon game.
Yeah, don't we all? Just
I
go
wanna
back
play.
in time, play Pokemon Red again.
That's all I want to do is play Pokemon, dude. That's all. That's all. I want to play Pokemon. You know, maybe like a mix between like
Old
Yu-Gi.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, oh, Baldur's Gate, something like that. That would be cool. You ever played Gauntlet Legends back in the day?
Oh yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
dude, something like that, like to where like NFTs are involved and you can buy different armor sets and different weapons and stuff for your
Mhm.
mage or your warlock or your paladin or orc, whatever it is, your tank. And then like the NFTs kind of like dictate what your stats are within the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
what I want to
on-chain MMORPG. That's the original Charisma vision.
Yep, charisma. And you're building these toolings that are like essentially going to make stuff like that, uh, you know, easier to do on charisma. You know, like you're building to link all of these things that you're building together, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to build useful stuff that we like painfully need in this ecosystem.
Fun stuff to do.
Yeah, I mean, stuff that is blocking us from doing more stuff.
Well, you know, I think that the work that you're doing is important along with what Crypto Dude is doing. So it's like, you know, we all have our thing that we bring to the table. And I think that, you know, with Blaze being able to like batch transactions together and like, and then you have them all settle on chain at once, you know, it makes it super fast, super easy. You can do different things with that. And then like Crypto Dude's building like he's bringing the chain to X. You know, you can interact with stacks directly on X. Do you like what do we see a MMO RPG play out on X at one point?
Oh, we're already in a simulation there. Isn't that the thesis lately?
We'll get
Oh.
there one day.
That's good. Yeah, you know, we are kind of already playing an MMO RPG. But I'm saying like with characters and stuff. Well, we do kind of have characters. My moniker is fucking Giga Pepe, and I have a PFP that represents that. So I mean, I didn't.
There's most definitely a lot of opportunity for things like that. Like there's gamification that can be had with BoostX for sure. I mean, it's already being done with, you know, the Find to Earn with Zenitron and Skullcoin. You guys are doing that on the morning show and everything, and you know, there's other things that could be done as well that I think are yet to be discovered. But I really dig the idea of RPG like mechanics. You know, being able to I like a blend of the kind of the reputation thing with a little bit of the gamification for social fi. Like there's like some sort of balance in the middle there where probably where the sweet spot is, you know. So I'm most definitely open to feedback for everybody on integrated functionality and developing features. You know, I'm trying to build what we all want, right? So it's been a passion project, that's for sure, but there's most definitely lots of room for ideas. So feel free to share them.
Yeah, that's one of those things that like I feel like I want to see more of is like, all right, so the community wants more apps, but what apps? So whenever we have these shows, like I want to see people in the chat saying, hey, I want to see this, I want to see that with BoostX, I want to see this with Blaze, I want to see that with OpPredict, you know.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, you know, most definitely will still be in their own scope, so to speak, and within their own app, right? Like I don't think a ton of it will be directly on X. I mean, some of it obviously could be directly on X with BoostX, but the kind of the way I look at it is like there's going to be onboarding ramps and opportunities for apps with BoostX. Like I'm already doing something like that with literally right now as we're speaking. I'm building basically the dApps catalog essentially for BoostX. So when people go on X, you know, on the right hand side there's a who to follow and all those little modules on the right. Well, we basically have a module that's basically the featured stacks dApps with, you know, 3 of them right there presented that are randomly selected from the list that's, you know, kind of all of them. And then there's a show more button. They click that and it opens a little modal that's got all the Stacks apps, including like Gamify apps and basically all the apps that people are
all that.
Zest and Skullcoin and basically everything that I can think of and everything that everybody's suggesting that has some sort of reputation behind it. Obviously we got to vet these a little bit, but
I want to see Zest. You know me, of course. Like and I'm over there working with the Zest crew now. So I told them, I was like, go blow this up, and
Zest is already in there. Like I'll tell you what is already in there. Hold on, so
dude,
people know, I guess.
Borrowing and then lending and getting
I got Velar, Bitflow, DeOrganized Media, Zest Protocol. I've got Hermetica in there, Stacking DAO, Alex Lab, BNS1, Skullcoin, Zero Authority. I've got more to add, obviously, but I've also been kind of like trying to quantify all the category tags or whatever. And I've got kind of a lengthy list. I'll read this off. I got DeFi, SocialFi, GameFi, DEX, Exchange, DAO. Some of these are obviously a little bit synonymous with each other, but this is kind of how people will query them, I guess, in this little module or this little modal. So anyways, I got DAO, swap, perp, prediction, liquid, reputation, identity, lend, borrow, BNS, bridge, stack, mine, yield, earn, stable, pool, tool, token, NFT, AI, market, physical, media, wallet, stake. I'm sure I'm missing some, but just if you guys got apps or dApps rather that are built on stacks that have the connect wallet functionality and integrate with a smart contract or use stack storage, hit me up so we can get it listed in here, so that way we can get some exposures for your app. For everybody that's running BoostX, you'll be able to get some exposure.
Facts, dude. That little sneak peek from the module, it looks just like an X module. It's clean. It looks like it integrates really nicely with like how X flows and how people are used to using X. So it's dope to see that little sneak peek. I will admit I saw a little sneak peek before everybody else, but thank you for that.
It was most definitely rougher that the first sneak peek, but it's got a lot cleaner, a lot more close to the native look, and we're happy with it. There's the modal is still getting dialed in right now, and we're once we're done with that, then we'll be pushing it, obviously. But like we have also, what is it like? Hold on, I guess like 10 more tokens or 12 more tokens. Hold on, let me look really quick. Of course, where did it go? Come on. Too many. Okay, so we're gonna be adding Bob, we're gonna be adding Moist, we're gonna be adding Fresh, we're gonna add UAP, we're gonna add Droid, we're gonna add Beans, we're gonna add Smoke, we're gonna add Play, we're gonna add Don't Give a Fuck, which
big shout out.
And looks like Nasty and Pepe and SUSDH. So we're getting them in there slowly but surely over time. So keep the requests coming.
Right on. Yeah, you guys definitely keep giving as much feedback as possible. We are wanting to help these founders and builders figure out exactly what the users want, and that's what I love about the way that you guys are building is that you're building for the users, and you're taking in feedback at such like a quick rate and implementing it as soon as possible, right? Prioritizing our community, which
exactly. So that's why the feedback is super important.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to say anything else about like how other things are like function, but like you guys are doing it right. I want to say that first and foremost that you guys are listening and taking in feedback from the community, and I respect that. Rosar, did you want to share your screen a little? Like, did you still want to share your screen and show off like what you were talking about before we kind of got off the topic for a little bit, talking about what you were building?
I can. Yeah. Give me give me a minute, like 5 minutes. I'm gonna get that snack now. I've just been debugging this.
Yeah.
And it's not very interesting to watch. I'm not gonna lie, because
Yeah,
I have like a new code base, and I'm sort of just like poking around,
Oh, you
figuring
have
stuff
something
out.
that you're going to show off? I thought we were going to just see you like code and debug live again. Like,
We can do that. I definitely want a snack though. I'll be right back, and then we'll get started.
snack, Bubba.
I
He's
gotta-
like, oh no, not again.
If we get locked in, I need a snack nearby. All right.
And we could always do it tomorrow if it's like getting on you. I mean, we've been running for an hour and a half, fellas. So like, you know, if it's that time and we need to do it at a later date, we could definitely do that too. You know, I'm here for you guys, and I just think that it makes for interesting content that people might be inspired by and like actually help them get through what they're building. You know, that's why. But yeah, get you a snack, Bubba. So I've seen a post in the chat from Hero saying, I said this already a few times. Sometimes the best people don't and won't come from people who got grants. Many times have come from people who didn't. GPSC is a living example. Thank you for that, Hero. You know, I'm very thankful for the network that I got to get incorporated with 3D grants. You know, it isn't about winning the money or the funding for the project. It's about the connections that you make along the way. And you know, like I didn't let it discourage me, and I continued chipping away. And we've seen people leave this space after stuff like that. Like, hey, I didn't get a grant, and I'm not gonna build here type deal. But like that's not my spirit, and I could say that we've seen people leave this ecosystem in this downturn. People capitulate. Project founders just like kind of leave. You know, not used to. Maybe this is their first market, whatever it is. But you know, the real builders are still here, and you know, Jamie, you're one of them, bro. You're one of them. You're still chipping away with projects, bro.
Yeah, I think the grants program was it introduced me to so many people on Stacks, and it was such a worthwhile exercise. It was just really good for my personal development, for me getting used to people meeting people on the chain. I met Peace Love through that. I think at the time I met Dan from Boom Wallet, then met you shortly after, and it's just a great way to network. I was gonna enter into the Biddle battle recently. Again, just for the experience with a totally different idea, but I haven't got a lot of time, as you know, on my hands at the minute. So I didn't, as much as I really wanted to. I think anything like that, you know, what's the old thing they say? Do something that scares you every day. You know, anything which is pushing you, it's good for your development. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Found it a really worthwhile exercise, and learned a lot. And yeah, it's good. Good to do that.
That's where the gold is, man. Like, you know, you got to get yourself out there. You got to get yourself in like spaces. You've got to make these connections. And then like, you know, I feel like this podcast is helping connect the user base with who's building in this ecosystem. So like having people like, thank you for coming on to talk about what you've got going on, because it's important.
It's my pleasure. And it's good to. I mean, I just wish I was a developer. You know, I've got no coding skills, and it's good to be in the company of guys that really know what they're doing and are building stuff like BoostX and like Blaze, and that's the real exciting stuff. I tend to call on the developers to build stuff for me if I need something, or you know, I'll use the services of others to get what I need. But I did look at there are things you can use like no code clarity. There's platforms like that where you can prompt to create stuff. But yeah, I wish I had the know-how that these guys have, because they're really making a difference. So yeah, my pleasure to come, and I'll come on and fill a spot anytime you wanna listen to me waffle away.
Hey man, the space is quickly moving from a place where devs are going to become mentors because of tools like AI tooling, right? If you have the right person to show you how to prompt, you can build anything. So like the devs are going to be in a more of a mentoring position because of course, yes, they know how to use this AI to code and all of that stuff. But like I see great value in their knowledge. You can't just like go in and be like, okay, everybody says that you can build something with AI and you just get started and you try and try and try. And of course, I'm not saying that it won't work, but you could expedite that process through having the right mentors, So like, I think that, having you in the same room as Crypto Dude or like Rosar as he's coding and stuff is beneficial because then you can see the real process and how it works, and then maybe you experiment just a little bit on your own and then hey, now you're connected with this dev and you can ask them a question, right? Jamie, this is Crypto Dude. Jamie, this is Rosar. And now we're all in the same conversation. Does that make sense? Like, the connections being made here are important, because idea makers in this ecosystem and creators are an integral part of this ecosystem. There's a lot of people that have great ideas and just don't know how to get started. And with the right mentors, everybody can get started building anything here.
It starts with asking questions.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you want to elaborate a little bit on how like what your background is and like how you got started in coding, Crypto Dude? Like what was it like whenever you first started?
Sure, I was more a hardware guy on networking side of things for a long time, and then I got into it, and everybody starts a noob. Everybody's a noob when they first start. Don't be ashamed of it. Just get in there and start fucking around. Really, like I would say learning data types is super important. Obviously, if you're taking it seriously, understanding key little principles about that anybody can look up. I mean, I'm not going to go over the details of it right now, but basically just keep hammering, keep practicing on it, and the more you persist and practice on it, the more it'll be like second nature to you, just like anything else. And so you'll never get to the point though where you're like know it all, unless you're like Rosar with got like 18 AIs debating his question for him, and then comes back with 10 different probably awesome answers to choose from. But you'll get there eventually, I'm sure. It's just about practice, quite literally, just like anything else.
And learning how to talk to an AI when you're prompting, like how to prompt, is something that does have a learning curve. You have to experiment with it to know exactly how to get the best results. So
context is insanely important with AI. Not giving it too much, giving it just what it needs to know about, not giving it like you'll think it needs to know about that because it's contextually relevant to you, but you just think about the problem you're trying to get assistance with and solving just very specifically, and then get a little bit of help there. Oftentimes when you do that, you'll wind up realizing you don't even need the AI's assistance. You just needed to think about it a little bit deeper to get that context. So
it's about
Yeah,
it's
I would
about
agree.
Yeah. Go ahead, Arizar.
I was gonna say, I feel like right now with AI, the limiting factor is just like humans, like how well you explain the problem.
Yep.
How to identify the problem that you're trying to solve and what you're trying to accomplish too, like in the most clear and concise way. So like speaking to that large language model, how to reference what you're like trying to build, showing people how to do that with like tools like Cursor and Claude, where you can like basically reference the SIP repository and then get your code in clarity. All of those like basic first steps are important to building here with AI tools. So we need the right mentors. And speaking of mentors, like Blockface was one of those people that kind of introduced me to Cursor and got me experimenting a little bit. Him and the syndicate, they're constantly onboarding people and teaching them about the AI tooling. you know, I like whenever all three of you guys are in the room, because like you have a similar understanding of how it all works. So like there's something there. I think that there's something of a service that could be done between you guys. You know, for people that aspire to become like to build anything, no matter what it is. You know, if you want to have, just for example, if you wanted to have um, like
I'm
a
always open to provide people feedback if they're having some sort of request, like need some technical assistance. Most definitely. If you're talking
so
about like some sort of structured thing, though, that's cool too.
yes, that's what I was like kind of like along the lines of, is like, hey, this is the not the syndicate because Michael's got that, but like in conjunction with the syndicate and whatever you call yours, or if you guys spin up a name together and it's a service that is like, you know, you're on zero authority, and then people can come to you for a mentoring class. You know, Wagme just spent up his like first like basics of Bitcoin seminar this week. You know, so like something along the lines of that format, but for coding with AI, you know, would be really cool to see. You know, and I know that Hero is a big fan of like what's going on with the live coding and debugging live. Um, you know, maybe it's a segment where like we get you guys together in the same room, and then it's like, hey, if you're trying to set up your machine, this is how you do it. This is how you set up. This is how you use CodePen. This is how you get an HTML, CSS, and JavaScript solution for a website. All of these things, like, you know, how to prompt. You know,
Yeah,
to get.
there's a lot of like demystification that probably needs to happen because a lot of people take hear the technical jargon and then you know, you just immediately just their eyes glaze over, you know, and it's
Yeah.
understandable because there is a lot of that shit, and I like to call that marketing buzz bullshit. And you know, if you just break it down to like objectives and keep staying on track of what your objective is, it's a lot easier, regardless of what your jargon you're trying to spit out. Just like try and keep yourself in the driver's seat, so to speak, as a user, and that'll help you out immensely for making actual progress. Because don't get lost in the weeds of jargon is my point.
I like the way that you put it, like demystifying it, because like the words are intimidating whenever you don't know what any of them means or where to get started. You know, like just kind of like saying, hey, this is the equivalent of this. Like CodePen is where you go to see what your code looks like before you launch it. You know, like or stuff like that. You know, like ways to make it like palpable
Mhm.
to the people that are trying to learn and trying to get their start.
I'm most definitely I'm down for that. I mean, it's better to do that with somebody that's actually trying to get their start rather than just being all like generic and open ended because you don't know the I guess you'd say the viewers. I guess you'd say like where they're at, so to speak. It's hard to gauge how to communicate in that to break it down, so to speak. But I would say with programming, it's very, very like case specific how to be helpful lots of times.
Yeah, you have to know what somebody's trying to build, because not in every circumstance is the code going to work. It's not universal. You have
Well,
to.
there are some things that could probably be relatively like universally applied, like how to set up your Stacks Connect libraries for being able to do authentication for your dApp and how to leverage the different libraries and what the different libraries are for. That's good knowledge to cover for sure. But taking it to their final application state is most definitely kind of like a case by case use case specific like context that that's what AI is great for, actually, on helping refining ideas a little bit if you're still parsing through your business model or whatever. But that's what people should do. They should take their idea, think about how it can apply to an actual business model to provide a product or service, and then go from there, basically.
and that's something that WAGME's helping with his Block 9 is like how to kind of formulate your whole idea of what you want to build and like how to like learn how to market and all of that stuff. So big shout out to Mr. Wagme and Block 9 app, trying to help the newcomer
Yeah,
get.
he's doing something really cool with the map thing too. Like it's like where people can like find other businesses that are down with crypto. Basically, that's cool.
Yeah, like, hey, just saying that my business is located here on the map and we accept Bitcoin. There's a use case for that, right? Just for like you pull up that map and you're like, well, I'm completely decentralized. I'm not using the banking system. I have Bitcoin as my savings account and Stacks as my checking account, right? And this is you can find the businesses where you could shop, and we have Stacks Pay. That's it too, to where like you're essentially going to be able to spend your SBTC stacks and SIP10 assets for
we're like talking about point of sale.
Yeah, point of sale stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be epic. I'm really looking forward to point of sale integrations and stuff like that. For like,
It's huge.
I would love to be able to just go down the store and be like, pay with this, pay with SBTC, pay with STX. Pay with my favorite tokens.
There's a card. Yeah, there's a card, and then you just swipe it. That's something that will make onboarding people into crypto so much easier, because then they don't have to worry about like transferring the funds from their wallet or their Coinbase or whatever, and then selling for USD. And then
we probably don't even need cards really. We just need something that leverages near field communication on your an app that runs on your phone, so you can just tap your phone with your app that basically does the NFC communications to validate the transaction. Now there probably is going to have to be some sort of
very secure though,
back end on who's receiving that's got an agreement, but
yeah, it has to, and very secure, because of like, dude, like I was talking about being in Vegas in May, and I'm like, there was a point that was brought up is like, dude, there's gonna be bad actors out there too. Probably twice as many good actors, but there's gonna be bad actors out there too. So it makes me want to just get a travel laptop that I don't have any connection to, like my stuff. I'm a homebody. I'm usually here. I don't travel a whole lot, but this is something that I'm doing this year. I'm going to Bitcoin Vegas, so now I got to figure out ways to keep myself safe.
On the point of sale topic, what's your opinion for using Blaze for point of sale? Because I know that in traditional point of sale systems, there's like, they do a little initial call to verify that funds exist, and then they typically do batching at the end of the business day or whatever their interval is, right? And I'm curious on, since you do batching with Blaze, how applicable do you think Blaze is to a point of sale market?
I think it's pretty applicable. It was one of the first things I was looking at when I was thinking of a proof of concept.
Nice.
So yeah,
here first, folks. Blaze point of sales coming soon.
Yeah,
it's also good because it's a very like common Web 2 like use case, and like it's a good way to like scale out.
It wouldn't be outside their it's not outside their normal pattern of behavior almost too. So
like everyone sells. Every business sells something. So.
So Blaze soon. Point of sale systems for Blaze soon. You heard it here on DeOrganized Nightly first. Had to plug there.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, right?
No, that is actually, I think, a $1 billion idea, like right there. Like, in all honesty, somebody that takes the technology, starts getting it into the meat space, you're gonna be a winner. That's like a fact.
I want to be able to use that AI that we were using the other day to make those MemoBot hoodies into real hoodies, and then point of sale that shit right there. I want to sell merch with your point of sale system with Blaze.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Well, you could probably use just traditional like transactions. You don't necessarily have to use Blaze on that, because the benefit of Blaze for a point of sale would be that the instant transaction, so to speak,
At the
of it.
store, yeah.
And like it's more meat space in the store. Now, if you got an actual retail shop where you're talking about putting these for people to try on and stuff, then yeah, it'd be perfect for that though.
I think that Boom is going to be interesting with the storefronts being able to like. I think that's probably where the like token gated, like you have to own this certain memo bot with this design hoodie, and using that AI to kind of get a model of what the hoodie would look like. I think that's how that would work for that merch. Like, because you own this memo bot, you have access to buy like this trait, this hoodie trait, to get the actual hoodie.
So, quick question, GP, since you're the artist here, the resident artist in the for the GP, the Gigapepe universe. So, do you build with SVGs? You develop, or you like create SVG images too, right? Because
I can make SVGs, but most of the stuff that I make is PNGs, and I make it on I use GIMP. I don't use Canva. I don't use any of those things. The reason being is because those tools are free, and I want to be able to do a workshop where I can teach people how to do digital art the way that I do eventually, and not everybody will be able to pay for a subscription to these different things. So that's the reason why I use GIMP.
Illustrator's monthly is annoying for sure.
So,
me and you should most definitely start handling up some stuff though, because basically with BoostX, I think we've kind of narrowed down the initial idea. It's going to be a limited collection of profile picture augmentations, basically. That's essentially like you kind of look at it like effects to your profile picture. So, like some sort of, animated SVG, basically orbiting your profile picture, for example, like a rocket orbiting the profile picture, like some skulls orbiting the profile picture. It basically animated SVGs that are layered in on your profile picture. So if you own them and you're scrolling through, you can spot basically other
people that are boosted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, that is sick. I did SVG work with the one of 80s 80s themed Stacks Invaders upgrades. Those were all SVGs, but they were very simplistic, like pixels, very big pixels. It was like a 16 by 16 canvas, but those were SVGs. So
nice. Yeah. Like obviously this isn't something we have to do overnight or anything. I'm just throwing the idea out there, giving it out there in the universe, as it were, the Giga universe.
Existence, brother. You build the change, as you like to say, and you bring the frequencies that you want to see into the room.
Exactly.
Right, dude. Dope idea. I think that would be a really, really cool mint to do. And I think it would be really cool to see people running around on X that are using BoostX with personalized profile pictures where is it a PFP like to where, or is it like somebody could have like I could have my Gigapepe character, and then like you could add the SVG on top of that, and it's just kind of going around that.
It's a layer basically effect. So, you keep your original PFP, but you basically have a little NFT that is an SVG that, is essentially applied to your avatar.
Oh, that is such a cool idea. Yeah, we're talking about that. We're doing that. I think that's going to be cool. Yes. We'll have to talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll do an initial limited set, and then we'll do more over time to give different effects for people to add.
And give you something to test with and make sure it's like the concept is
nice
completely solid. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, dope, dude. Yeah, see, you're hearing it here first. Ideas culminating. We have, if you are watching, from home, we have about 819 viewers right now. You need to be following the main Stacks handle. That is at Stacks. This is where you can find all of these based builders in the Bitcoin ecosystem building via Stacks. Stacks is a layer 2 that brings smart contract functionality to Bitcoin, and that's where we're all building. That is where I am putting my art, and that is where Rosar is building Blaze, Op Predict, Charisma, and that is where Crypto Dude is building BoostX. That is where Jamie is doing some charity work and doing some work with different artists. You can find us all in the Stacks ecosystem. And you are early. You are early if you're hearing this right now. And Stacks is at a great price. Not financial advice. And
Can I add something to your statement there? Because I wanted to ask Jamie something also about charity, since he's the charity guy here. So with BoostX, we're actually building out additional methods for crowdfunding and microfunding, so to speak, that involve specifically wanting to support charities and give kind of like a passive drip to charities that people can just define via their extension options. So do you have a list of charities that are already vetted that can be supplied, so we can kind of provide some initial sample of selectables and then allow obviously users to define their own if they want, but so we can kind of kickstart the idea with some charities that actually would benefit from it? Wouldn't necessarily be a ton of funding initially, obviously, because it's based on user use, but it's basically carved out of the fee that we charge. So there's a 0.1 STX fee that we charge when people are doing boosts, and it'd be carved out of that. And users would define basically what charities they want to microfund when they're doing their boost.
I think that's an amazing idea, and I love what you're doing at BoostX. I've seen the design flow and seen it, the way it works, and it's nice and simple. And but we're quite fresh in what we're doing. I don't have a list of sort of charitable, sort of recommended charitable organisations. Ours are being picked via the collaborations that we do with artists and lean towards having an association with the story that we tell. But this is just our first official one. We've only done 2 stories, and this will be the first official one where we're giving to charity. But I love that. I love that idea. And if I do, I mean, we ultimately,
do you feel like you could help procure something like that?
Sorry?
Do you feel like you could help procure something like that, a list of those?
Yeah, I mean, more than happy to chip in where I can and give you a hand with that. No problem at all. Yeah, just drop me a message and we'll we'll see what we could do. I mean, and it's funny. I was talking to someone the other day exploring the idea of blockchain technology and how it can sort of revolutionise charitable donations, and you could see the dream, but this is obviously a long-term vision. There's so much would need to change, but the dream is, if you make a donation, you get to see where every cent of that is going right the way through. And we could do that with blockchain, but obviously the difficulty we've got is adoption. And once the money reaches the charity, most charities that you deal with now, they're not going to be they're not going to be spending it with. They're not going to be taking that crypto and then spending it. Some might accept donations in crypto now. There's quite a few that do actually. But
the benefit here is they would be receiving stacks, which stacks could be obviously stacked and then generate Bitcoin yield from that, right? So they could have basically a passive asset being, working for them, so to speak. So
yeah. And if you could manage that whole process in effect for them through smart contracts, and
Yeah, the smart contracting side to funnel the money in there would be on us for sure. It'd just be an iteration of our BoostX contract that we already have, but defining their payment addresses they want to receive payments to, having kind of a layer of, obviously we're going to make it to where users can define their own if they have a specific one in mind, and we're all for that because that's the most decentralization, right? But we're also down for highlighting and showing specific charities or artists or creators or whatever. It doesn't have to be necessarily charity specific, it's about funding ideas that are worthwhile causes more than anything.
Yeah.
I think that it's a really important thing to do is onboarding charities to blockchain, because you see exactly what's going on, where it's being spent. It is hard, right? Like,
exactly.
Say for example with like Salvation Army, only a very small percentage of the funds donated to Salvation Army go to helping others. So like getting to onboard charities into blockchain would do justice by the people in the world that are also trying to help do good within the world. So,
yeah, exactly. It's about creating an actual accountability layer, right? Because charity is important. Yeah. We don't need vultures, taking advantage of charity. And so if there's more control of how we're charitable as an end user, then we can depend less on a coercive state to enforce charity, if you know what I'm saying, if that's what we look at it as a social contract as. So we can upgrade the social contract in that effect if we actually leverage the technology to the fullest extent.
That's the key, isn't it? Is if we get to leverage the technology to its full potential, there's a lot of, no matter what industry you look at, or no matter, obviously there's a lot of changes coming, but I think especially if while we're talking about charities, there's a lot of I don't know the ins and outs, but charities which seem to be set up, you read about these scandals all the time. It's set up as a tax break, or X, as you say, only X amount of your donation is actually going to the end cause. And blockchain could completely revolutionize that and completely scrub out any bad elements, any bad actors. But
yeah, exactly. Especially when you introduce the reputation element in there, so we can use reputation to vet basically the more reputable charities, and then the ones that seem to kind of do, I guess you'd say, shady stuff. People could opt to no longer fund them voluntarily just by changing their options of micro. I don't know what this list would be called, but it's basically a micro donations list.
I think it'd be good to get some sort of, to if you could just solve that end to end spend from user to the charity expenditure, then you're there, really, aren't you? But getting, I guess, one way is to onboard charities that are going to sign up for that idea, and then give them as much publicity as you can, and demonstrate just how good the process is to get others on board. I don't know. It's a big, but that's the ultimate dream, isn't it? And that's what really we're on the cusp of, and what we can do with blockchain is it's
redefining the social contract to be based on consent instead of coercion, and we can have provable accountability. So that way, when people start acting, we'll just say not in people's best interest, then we can opt to voluntarily shift our money elsewhere, shift our energy elsewhere, rather than being held hostage because they got some sort of insulation through, protection of the government.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
So there's
accountability for the win.
Yes, and there's a whole list of charities here that I just kind of pulled up.
Yeah, I was seeing that. And I was like, man, it's a good list.
Yeah, so I'll send this over to you. Maybe this is like some good things to start looking into.
Yeah, I'll start having somebody reach out to those, see if there's anybody that's already in aware of the stacks and could make
Right.
this smoother process.
Yeah, and then that way you just tell them like, hey, you can earn Bitcoin with stacks. Like by stacking your stacks, you earn Bitcoin. And I think that would be very easy to onboard this list of charities to stacks. Because they're already accepting Bitcoin and other crypto. So
Exactly.
it only makes sense. So yeah, like definitely a good conversation. I like where it went. And now we have some more resources from it. We just had to Google it real quick, and
We're gigabraining it all night, all day, every day.
that's what we do, man.
Until we're living in the fucking reality we want.
Dude, we're living in 2475 right now already. Like
Exactly, dude.
dude. So like, you say build the change. You inspired me, and now we're having a conversation with Jamie about charitable acts. And we may not have had that conversation had Jamie not been here. So now we're moving in the direction of like onboarding charities into stacks and changing the charity game and the structure and how it works and making it safer for people who make donations. So, we're all trailblazers in our own lane. And, I really like getting together with you guys because these are the type of conversations that happen. It's very, very interesting working in a decentralized environment, isn't it?
Yeah, permissionless, leaderless, cooperative development and production is like the best because there's no gatekeeping. There's, your ideas are, basically what gets work done is based on merit and people's interpretation of its value, right? So that's huge for actually pushing the ball forward and getting shit done.
Yeah, and the environment that we work in is so unique because it takes collaboration to move things forward. You know what I mean? Like it takes people that like are in their own lane. It takes people that are like believe in your mission to talk about your mission to get it like spread the word. It takes the content creators that can help shine the light on what you're doing. It takes the builders to build it. It takes it takes everybody. So it's such a collaborative environment, though it's decentralized and permissionless. Everybody just finds where they fit in and plays their part. That's why I love stacks.
Think about that same concept we were just spitballing, and same premise we were just spitballing with the micro donations to charities via BoostX. But apply that same premise to point of sale transactions, where they're them as an individual user still defines their list of charities or worthwhile causes to microfund passively, and then they go throughout their day-to-day doing their transactions, in meat space, as I like to call it, and then they're
contributing every time they transact.
Exactly, dude. So this is the direction. I can already tell you it's been headed this way forever.
I can't tell you how many times I've said no whenever somebody asked me to round up because I know what charities do.
Exactly, but if you could vet those charities and then they wouldn't even have to ask either because you could just be like, boom, it's baked in.
Yep, you can
frees up their time, frees up your time. There's none of this guilt trip vibe trying to happen. It's a lot more accountability. And
I don't want to sound like a prick whenever I say that, but it's just that I'm educated, right? Like it's not that I don't want to help. It's that I do want to help. I just want the money to go to the people that need it. So this is why, getting these charities onboarded into like blockchain technology, specifically stacks, because then you get them earning Bitcoin with their stacks. It is just like a no-brainer to me. And that's why I really I wanted to do charity work. I've been thinking of it since I became an artist in the Stacks ecosystem. And whenever Jamie brought this idea to me, I was like, it was a no-brainer. It was like, yes. let's do this. So now Jamie has some very important work to do, and he's doing it. And he's building the plane in the air right now and getting the foundation laid out to do this type of work.
I just added some weights to this plane, so I'm like, hey, by the way, can you take this on your plane too while you're in that direction?
It's so good, dude. I feel like I do that a lot for you too, because like in our DMs, I'm just like, hey, what about this? Hey, what about if you could do NFTs? And you're like, that's a really good idea. But it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a while to build it, and I have to build this, and this first. But it's a great idea, so I'm going to implement that. So it's in the long term roadmap, So like it goes both ways, brother. I'm adding weight to your plane. You're adding weight to my plane. We're adding weight to Jamie's plane. Rosar's plane is like a C-120 or that big cargo army jet on steroids because he has a AI army behind him.
Yeah, he's got a whole fleet.
Mine's grounded, still on the runway.
That's okay, man. We all start on the runway. That's the beautiful part about it.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's what it's all about. I mean, I wonder where everything, the way everything's going to pan out. It's so hard to see the way everything is going to work out because we seem to have, a bit of a shift going on with all the changes, but there is some real potential to make some real changes. Some impact, some meaningful changes in the way that we transact. So what else is there to do but just try and push that boundaries, because if you're not going to do it, who else is? So yeah, you've got to try that. And that's ultimately what I'd love to see that. Just even just one donation, just track it from end to end where it was spent, all on Stacks. That would be amazing. But we're a long way off from that, but let's push and let's see how far we can get with it.
That's right.
Well, that's coming sooner than you think to Boost X, at least. Like that's been one of my having that charitable functionality, so to speak. That's been one of the functions that I've been pursuing for a long time. Like, and by a long time I mean like over a decade. So
yeah,
having all the pieces has been critical, though, to have it actually smooth for the users.
Yeah, I love what you've done with BoostX. You've made it nice and simple, and that's the key for for any user experience. Is simplicity is always key, and it's good. It's good to talk about this and to talk about getting something like that done. I don't know how you would. I don't know whether you'd have to do some kind of audit or vet a potential charity and give them some sort of accreditation and make them sign up to some sort of program or agree that a percentage of their, it's good to talk about it, and then we can, perhaps come up with a couple of ideas and a couple of solutions, and just even just having a chat about it and exploring the idea, and it's worth exploring if it can make a real change, a real impact.
Absolutely, I'm most definitely down. Let's talk more detail about that and over time and see what we can hash out.
Yeah, you guys connect in Discord or wherever, Telegram, wherever it is. Like, yes, absolutely.
Drop me a DM on X if that's what you prefer. That's where I'm usually at. X and Discord. That's usually where you guys can catch me the quickest responses.
And you're always active, dude. Like until it's like, hey, I'm gonna get 4 hours, and then you're back at it.
Yeah, it's candle at both ends, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that candle, I mean, dude, you must have like pause, a huge candle. Because like you're still going.
Yeah, big old green candle. Let's put it
Let's
out.
go, please. Anytime in the near future, just before May, please. Because I gotta be somewhere. I gotta be in Vegas.
Yeah, I want to try and come up with some swag and some merch to send you, so that way you can be repping it.
Yeah, dude. Put it on me. Put it on me, dude. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna try to get in there day one. where all the big wigs are and shake some hands, and then rep for everybody, dude. I want a shirt. I want a shirt with like all of the guys on the front and back with the at on X and like all that, the whole 9 yards. And it might just have to be a shirt that is like long sleeve, but like the sleeves are like this long because I got so many people that I want to put on for, man. Like you might not see my hands,
Wear
but
wear a cape, a
purpose.
long cape,
A cape would be based. I think that if I could get
or
a
a cape with a QR code and it has a list of all the people they should follow. There
dude,
you
what if I had an orange Pepe mask and I can just go as Giga Pepe?
Do it.
Do it,
In a
right?
memo, in a memo bot hoodie.
Oh,
There you go.
You
oh,
need a memo bot hoodie.
I see the
I
vision.
was thinking about this earlier. People love merch. I don't know why. I mean, we're not ready at that sort of stage yet.
We're waiting on boom.
With Dogpool Coin, but
We're waiting on.
merch, I think, is just, people love it. I know from when I've worked with companies before, people love collecting stuff, and if you've got something, it gives you a sense of belonging. If you've got something on your desk and it's to do with a project that you're involved with or a movement that you align with. So I think, and yeah, especially at these conferences as well, if you can turn up with a bit of merchandise, a cap or a T-shirt or something, and helps people remember you as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it like if you see somebody out there that's wearing like some merch that like resonates with you and like you're from the same crew out in the world, like it's a different sense of community, like that you get to like feel, and it's a tangible thing, right? Like so it's a different level of community. Yes, like we all are supporting each other in this ecosystem and we're all kind of very tightly knit, but picture seeing somebody in at a conference that's wearing like the same community of meme that you're rocking, a piece of merch from it or a protocol. It's a completely different level of connection.
Yes, talking point, isn't it? It's something you talk about. But even down to the point, I used to work for TNT. I don't know if you know them, a logistics company, worldwide, orange and white livery on their vehicles, and they used to give away to the transport people at different companies who are arranging for the shipping, whoever the clerk was, whoever they're doing the business with. They used to give away little lorries, little toys, and some of this stuff was just daft, but people would spend more money with TNT and pay more. Obviously they're paying for a service. The service had to be good and what have you, but there were people there literally just because they were collecting all of this merchandise, just collecting free stuff. And yeah, people love it. I think, especially if you a bit of advertising, you want a coffee mug or a mouse mat or ledger cover or all sorts of anything like that.
DeFi Dictator said something really interesting here. Onboarding is the best form of charity. Teach people how to catch fish instead of giving them the fish. Teach them and educate them about like the importance of blockchain technology and how they can earn. Yeah, I really, that resonates with me, man. I had to big shout out to Didi over here, man. Didi coming through, supporting the show often and always showing up and showing out. Yeah, this is awesome stuff, guys. What's up, Rosar? What we looking like, buddy?
I'm chugging along. I can start whenever.
Yeah, let's get at it. Let's see a little bit about what the process looks like, and and see what you're working on, man. Get into it. We are about at like the 2 hour and 23-minute mark. I figured we could get into it. It doesn't matter if you're still just like debugging or not. I'd like to see it. And then you can kind of explain a little bit about like what you're doing.
Yep. Yeah, I have this API file. It's just like functions calling Kraken's pricing and like indexing tool he built. It's probably kind of small, right?
Yeah, there you go.
So just a bunch of functions to call various endpoints. And then I'm going to wrap it with a tool, like an AI tool calling tool, using Versal AI, their tool calling framework. And then once that's all done, we can query the APIs through here and like ask questions about these purchases and basically like confirm the winners of these quests.
Awesome. Did you say a KuCoin tool?
No. What did I say?
Did you say KuCoin or Craxel?
Oh, it's like Kraken's like one of his APIs. I don't. This may be separate from Crackle, but maybe get merged into it eventually.
I can't wait to be able to just like, I don't know, for example, like do a time based like, hey, go mint a gigapepe, and then if you mint, for example, like if you're the first to mint 3 gigapepes, you get a certain amount of STX or like a different NFT or like a special NFT or a badge from Zero Authority saying that I was the fastest. Uh, something like that along those lines. Like these quests are going to be fun. And then like you can literally use them for anything, like anything, any idea that you have. I want to use it. So do you see people using these for like X giveaways, or like where will people be using these quests?
Yeah, I think it's like primarily like a giveaway incentive tool for communities.
It's a dope one too. I think that it's gonna be kind of like one of those things. Like you do you see this having any type of way to? We have a problem with botting on X with giveaways. Is this a tool that may be able to help with some of that issue? Like maybe you
Um,
incorporate BNS into it, and then that way you have real individuals participating in Quest. Maybe an opt-in feature to use.
I
Oh,
think, and
yes.
to the extent that since it's using AI, it's not going to be as like gameable. You know, like because it won't have like rigid rules that you could just like figure out what they are and then like game them. We can add in like anti-bot detection. So, but simple resistance is always a little tricky. I'll have to see. Like I'm just not sure yet how it'll perform against that. But I mean, it's not like the alternative is any better. So we'll see. I mean, I'm optimistic.
Yeah, yeah, I am too. And I think that if you could incorporate some way to make these giveaways on X like very very solid, to where like you don't see any of these bottings, even if it's like utilizing the AI and it is a little bit more difficult, people will try to find a way to game it. So like that would be another like functionality to this that could be really cool to see. Maybe they downloaded BoostX and they have their BNS badge whenever that's ready for Crypto Dude, then that's your opt-in to be able to participate in these quests, or you have to have submitted a bounty on Zero Authority, like a way to incorporate the other protocols and that reputation into these quests. Would be cool to see too.
Yeah.
Anything's possible, right? Just spitballing here.
Yeah. Yeah, I like doing like using tokens for that sort of stuff, like
Okay.
NFTs
Like,
and like
you
and then
own
like
this token, and then you can participate.
yeah.
I just beat Trippin' Monkey in a tic-tac-toe, by the way.
Oh, you did? You gotta let me know. I'm looking at this right now. Yes, dude. Here, I'll pull it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you just did. I want to drop a bomb, dude. I think Chip let you win.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how the fuck? It was just straight down.
Yeah,
Bro
I'm
didn't even try to block.
looking at this right now, and I'm like, yeah, Chip let you win. But the cool thing is whenever you win this, you get an NFT. You get an NFT that says you won this match and the moves that were played and stuff like that. So that's probably the reasoning behind him letting you win because he's probably testing that.
Oh man, I earned that victory, bro.
I'm not trying to take it away from you. I'm sorry, bud. Oh shit. Oh man. You know, it's always a good time whenever I'm kicking it with the fellas and you know, we're doing the work that needs to be done and you know, displaying it. Yeah, just having a laugh, dude. I've been up since 6 o'clock, so like I'm at that point to where it's like what is it called? Slap happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys need a lot of sleep? Like I don't imagine you guys being you're like in that small percentage of people that don't need a lot of sleep, right?
No, I do. I just
No,
grind
I
my-
yeah.
I just treat my body like shit.
You just go, and then like you have a hard crash for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how autists do it.
and I know that I'm on the spectrum somewhere. I just don't know where. Yeah, me and Mike have this saying, or well, Mike didn't coin it. It was Liminal Snake that coined it, but it's called autism laser beams. And whenever they like you see somebody really start to like a dev start to explain exactly what the process is, and they're like getting into like terminology that is going to go right over somebody's head, that's when the autism laser beams just start spewing out of your eyeballs. So do you guys find the autism laser beams like coming out often whenever you're coding or talking about your products?
Oh, like every freaking time. I always have to like, what are we doing? Let me just dial this back a bit.
Yeah, I like how Rosar just shows his face for a second and is like, it happens, and then goes back to coding. I love it. That's a good clip. Oh,
I like DeFi Dictator's quote in the chat, sleep is for the rich.
That's right. That's right. There you go. I'll share that right there. Sleep is for the rich. Oh yeah. Then boom, back with the face. I think that Rosar was probably having trouble. And he got his as often as possible. He's got too many tabs open and his browser crashed on him while he's trying to code and live stream and talk to us all at the same time. It takes a special person to be able to
figure out why that happens one of these days.
It's probably like you said, like your audio driver. Your audio driver. It was just like spitting up faces, like your face was like this, and then like that, and then like you were gone. So it happens, man. It happens.
Blame the host.
Yeah, you can put it on me. You can put the blame on me. There's a song about that. You want me to play it? Oh shit. Fellas,
can you play? I guess you could play audio okay through here, can't you? You probably got a full production suite. But have you ever has anyone actually worked out how to play audio on an X Space yet?
So there is a way that you can share audio on X Spaces, but I have not. I know that is like maybe it's something that they plug through the API or something that I don't have access to. Do either of you guys know how they play music through that?
I've done it. It's clear, but everyone's still listening to it on a phone anyway. So
yeah,
so
do it. Yeah, you just get your you go into Chrome and set your microphone input to like one of your virtual outputs. And then you can just route it in, but you can't use that one for talking. You got to use like 2 PCs.
Oh, so you have to have like 2 profiles like set up.
Yeah.
Like a secondary profile that is like set up. Is that on like a different machine?
Yeah, I'll be on the space on my phone, and then I'll like use Charisma account and a laptop and just run the sound through there.
Well, that's some good info for spaces. So it's like Jamie, Jamie has his weekly dog pool blockchain mixer where there are a lot of soul community and STX members come together to have a good time and shoot shit and have good vibes. So that's useful information. So you
Yeah.
basically just have to go into your, is it your settings on X or is it your settings on your computer?
I think it's like Chrome
Chrome
audio
settings.
configuration.
Got you.
It may set it per site, but
Well,
Yeah,
that's good.
I did a quick search, but that's as far as I got. But that sounds like the perfect solution, because all I came across was people with specialized microphones that were plugging in to one end, but they were doing something very similar to in what you're saying, though, that they were using two devices. But pretty much from what I can gather, most people, from what I can see, they just invest in a decent microphone and then put the speaker near that microphone. But your solution sounds much better.
So this is my question for you, Jamie. You need. I think that, like, when are you gonna get in touch with like 300 and then get a dog pool anthem? Like some type of anthem for dog pool. Or
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, I've been meaning to message 300.
It's the anthem maker.
It's on the list of things to do. But yeah, I want to get him involved. He's got some real talent for that.
He's in the Galactic Art Collective. He's part of the Galactic Art Collective, man. We're the local talent in the Stacks ecosystem that has been here since through the bearish, the bullish, all. And he's an OG. So if you need an anthem, big shout out to my boy 300.
Yeah, he's done anthems for Welsh, for a few different projects, hasn't he? Did he do something on Pepe, or was that nobody famous did something on Pepe?
I think nobody famous or Mark actually made that with AI. They have that very funky soul vibe for their intro and their outro. I don't know if that was like an actual person that recorded that, and if they are, I want to onboard them into Stacks, because they got that vibe, dude. They can spit out some soulful anthems.
Yeah, it's so that's what I'd like on the X Space that we do. It's just some kind of a bit at the beginning and maybe something to sort of close it out. It just gives it a bit of a professional touch, doesn't it? But yeah, definitely, because the other thing I want to explore, and we were talking about, was making some of these storyboard NFTs eventually having the part of the story that the image applies to narrated on the NFT. We were talking about that as well, weren't we? So you can just press play and you can hear your part of the story being read out. Again, 300 is someone I want to explore that idea with. So
dude. The AI is a good way to route, like with you can get like a Morgan Freeman AI to do it, like within the Morgan Freeman, or if like you want to do like a 300 like cover on it, or like a anthem on for a specific dog tail, where different parts of the song play on each of the storyboards, to where you collect all 5 of them, and then you have you get an NFT of the full song, the anthem for that specific story. There's so many ways you could go with that. But yes, the MP4 format is supported on Gamma. So having it either narrated or having some type of anthem to it is a good thing to explore for sure. It's definitely a cool idea. Fellas, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I think that it's about that time, and I've really appreciated all of your time tonight. Rosar, whenever you have this quest ready, I definitely want to, kind of spotlight that for get the whole community involved and and get to see it firsthand. So, I'm gonna go around the room, just kind of get some final thoughts. I think that this was a great conversation. A lot of good ideas came from it, and I love just getting to hang out with y'all and shoot the breeze, man. Y'all are the best. I appreciate all the support coming through constantly. I'll shoot to you, Crypto Dude. Do you have anything to add to the conversation?
Shameless shill, get Boost X. um, yes, everybody that's watching, get Boost X if you haven't done it. Leave a review on the Chrome store. Tell me what features you want to see on it. Also, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody, and stay safe out there. Don't drink and drive.
That's right. That's right. I agree with that. Happy St. Patty's, and be safe, guys. Rosar, anything that you want to add?
Go vote my Blaze project up in the hackathon thing. Yeah, give it an upvote.
Go check
Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow or something, I guess.
Yeah, dude, you're welcome anytime, dude. Go check out the Biddle Battle. Go set your votes, man. Voting for Blaze. Get us out there, and get Rosar in the lead, and let's make that happen, guys. Jamie, what about you, man? Anything? Any final contributions? Any vibes that you would like to add to the conversation, brother?
No, I just want to say thanks for having me. Been a pleasure speaking to you all, and obviously follow GPSC, who's done the one-on-ones for our upcoming auction. Keep an eye out for that, and thanks again. Really appreciate it. Been good chat. Thanks.
Of course, you guys follow Dogpool Coin on X to stay in the know about the dog tails, and more coming very soon. Pay attention, turn on notifications. Those the storyboard auction will be coming to you very, very soon. Thank you, fellas. Y'all have a very blessed rest of your night. I will be talking to you very soon. Peace out, guys.
Later.
And this has been another awesome episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we bring your favorite GigaBrain astronaut scholars into the same room to have a dope conversation and kick out high-frequency vibes, talk about what's going on in the ecosystem, formulating ideas, and, just getting together to enjoy each other's time. Time is everybody's most valuable asset, so I appreciate everybody spending their time with us tonight. We'll be kicking out another episode of DeOrganized Nightly tomorrow. Be sure to tune in at 7 p.m. ET. Also, tune in for the Let's Go Morning Show at 8:30 ET, where we play some Find to Earn games at 9:30 for your chance to win some different prizes and STX and different SIP tins tokens from Stacks. This is your boy GP from DeOrganized Media. I am out. Y'all have a good night. Peace.